lights. Caribbean LED Lighting gives you longer lasting LED lighting that's even brighter. Caribbean LED Lighting. Look on the brighter side.
Caribbean LED Lighting St. Lucia Incorporated, located on the ground floor of the Shoreline Building, Vidbutai, Castries. Visit our showroom or call us at 452-9022 or 452-9021 for all your LED decorative and outdoor lighting solutions. Check out our webpage, www.caribbeanledlighting.com. Vaval Central is on now! Vaval Central is sponsored by the Carnival Planning and Management Committee, the Carnival Music Management Committee, Creamery Novelties, Live a Little, Harris Paints, the Champions of Color, the Computer Store, Strong Players, Quartz, Brigade Value Home, and Grace Tropical Rhythms Juices.
We're back! Vaval Central! The music, the happenings, interviews, and all aspects of Carnival. Vaval Central! Yeah! Vaval Central! 8 to 9:30 a.m. Monday to Friday with Teddy Francis and TRCI. Vaval Central beginning mid-19 on the Caribbean Sound. Sponsored by the Carnival Planning and Management Committee, the Carnival Music Management Committee, Harris Paints, the Computer Store, Quartz, Brigade Value Home, Grace, Tropical Rhythms Juices, and Creamery Novelties. Vaval Central, yeah!
Get ready, St. Lucia. Lucian Carnival 2025 is on, and this year it's bigger, brighter, and bolder than ever. From Calypso to Soca, Junior Carnival to Juve, and Panorama to Pageantry, every event is bursting with non-stop energy, ecstasy, and vibes. Come catch the rhythm on Carnival Monday and Tuesday with views that only Lucian Carnival can deliver. It's the ultimate summer escape. Feel the vibes, embody the spirit. Lucian Carnival, nothing sweeter than that.
Y'all ready? On Friday, June 6th from 9:30 a.m. at the Mindu Village Park, the National Secondary Schools Calypso and Soca competition is about to take over. Your school, your sound, your moment. Pull up to rep your school. A day of fun with rides and entertainment from top Lucian artists. Tickets are $20 for adults and $10 for children. Feel the vibes, embody the spirit. Lucian Carnival, nothing sweeter than that.
On Saturday, May 31st, at the NCC TOT Soccer Village, in collaboration with the CMMC and the CPMC, present real authentic tent vibes on stage. The Black Pearl, Ashe, Dragon, Nashel, Chusman, Tikaro, Chairman, Empress C, the King of Soca and more. All backed up by the Powerhouse Band, Caribbean Connection, MC Isai Hall. Starting time at 30 p.m. Admission $25. You pay at the door. Get ready for a night of pure energy as the youth blend with experience in true TOT Soccer Village style. Sponsored by Camp, Lucelec, Barbie Limited, Peter and Company Auto, Blanshoe St. Lucia, Blue Waters, Carib Bear, Total Auto, The Shot Electrical, Massey Stores, Anakin St. Lucia Limited, and Madry's Kitchen. TOT Soccer Village, real authentic tent vibes. Saturday, May 31st, 8:30 p.m. at the NCC. This event is licensed by ECHO.
Are you a small business owner looking for dependable IT support? Then look no further. TCS has the solutions to all your IT needs. Our experienced and qualified team of IT professionals has all your IT solutions. We provide wired and wireless networking, point-of-sale solutions, network security, data backup and recovery solutions, desktops and laptops, computer hardware and software, computer accessories, inks, toners, and much more. Don't let IT solutions cripple your operations or your ability to serve your clients. Call us today at 450-4638 or visit us on the ground floor of the American Drywall Building at Vidbutai. The Computer Store, meeting your demands in the IT world.
KPT Kaiser Pro Stant, in collaboration with CMMC, welcomes you to our grand opening, Friday, May 30th, National Cultural Center, 8:30 p.m. KPT Art of Kaiser, a new, exciting, innovative way, featuring Kitina, Mystic, Desma, Blackberry, Realist, Lady CC, KK, with a special performance from Blaze and TC Brown. New to KPT stage, Hyper, Taker, Divine, guest artist Dominica's first female Kaiser monarch, Tasha P, and King Bob. A night of Kaiser celebration, backed by Invasion with Brad. Kaiser Bros Tent, The Art of Kaizo. Grand opening, May 30th, NCC. Admission $25. Outside attractions with fully stocked bar and food. With DJ Shotman. Dress code, colorful. Sponsored by St. Lucia Distillers, Bounty Rum, Michelle's Electrical, Lucilec, Vitor Bear, Lewis Industries, Ministry of Tourism, Creative Industries, Shanga Pro, All Handy Services, Mendy's Designs, Cultural Development Foundation, Calabash TV, Bellevue Hotel, ES Productions, licensed by Echo.
The Quartz 5-day sale is here from May 26th to May 30th. Get ready to save big across all stores. Lounge and dining, 20% off cash purchases and 30% off credit purchases. For the bedroom, buy 2 get 1 free, excluding Ashley products. Hurry in, deals like this won't last. Shop now, only at Quartz. Terms and conditions apply. Quartz, bringing value home.
Who's a little man with a lot to offer? The Harris-Benz man who does the best for less in so many colors. He's a Harris-Benz man for a better pay and a better price. Check the little man for some self-advice. If you're raining inside, outside, you'll be satisfied when you use Harris-Benz. If you're raining inside, outside, you'll be satisfied when
on Saturday, May 31st, at the NCC TOT Summer Village, in collaboration with the CMMC and the CPMC, present real authentic tent vibes on stage. The Black Pearl, Ashe, Dragon, Nashel, Chusman, Tikaro, Chairman, Empress C, the King of Soca and more. All backed up by the Powerhouse Band, Caribbean Connection, MC Izai Hall. Starting time at 30 p.m. Admission $25. You pay at the door. Get ready for a night of pure energy as the youth blend with experience in true TOT Soca Village style. Sponsored by Camp, Lucilec, Barbell Limited, Peter and Company Auto, Blanchou St. Lucia, Blue Waters, Caribbean, Total Auto, Mission Electrical, Marcy Stores, Heineken St. Lucia Limited, and Marjorie's Kitchen. TOT Soca Village, real authentic tent vibes. Saturday, May 31st, 8:30 p.m. at the NCC. This event is licensed by Echo.
You asked for it, and we've answered. Focus Stars is back! The hottest stage for up-and-coming Focus Stars with live vibes, pure energy, and fans to turn up the heat. Focus Stars, get ready. A massive $20,000 production package is up for grabs. That's right, your own song and music video fully produced. Think you've got what it takes? Register now to compete. Sign up early at peterbear.com or come in early at the venue. This is your shot at stardom. Peter Focus Stars 2025. Bring out the Focus Star in you.
Oh, I've got this feeling to high-five the sun, dance in the rain, and have my scoop of fun. I'm on my way to flavor my day with something new, and I've got room for you. Let loose and live a little, get close and share a little, give in and taste a little. You'll fall in love with creamery novelties of life and live a little. Get close and share a little, give in and taste a little. You'll fall in love with creamery novelties.
Enjoy Creamy Novelties Ice Cream, distributed by Farron's Foods. Live a little.
You asked for it, and we've answered. Focus Stars is back! The hottest stage for up-and-coming Focus Stars with live vibes, pure energy, and fans to turn up the heat. Focus Stars, get ready. A massive $20,000 production package is up for grabs. That's right, your own song and music video fully produced. Think you've got what it takes? Register now to compete. Sign up early at peterbear.com or come in early at the venue. This is your shot at stardom. Peter Focus Stars 2025. Bring out the Focus Star in you.
The wait is over. We are about to turn it on. Soca, the ultimate tent, in collaboration with the CMMC, present Big Bad Soca on Saturday, May 31st at the Pavilion in Money Bay. Performing live. Soca, the first 100 people paid $20. Soca, the ultimate time result. Big Bad Soca.
Boy, when you get the car,
Turn up. Saturday, May 31st, 8 p.m. at the Pavilion on Rodney Bay. This event is sponsored by Lucelect, Campari, Doris, PJ, Peter Bear, Island Sound, Pleasant FM, NBC, Hot FM, The Wave, and Radio Caribbean International. The event is licensed by Echo.
Friday, July 18th, Darren Sammy Cricket Ground.
All you put your hands in the air if you love sweet soca music.
Color Me Red.
Somebody say sweet soca music. Oh my gosh. This is the thing to change the world. Watch and sing the words with me. Go. When I'm feeling under the weather, you just make me feel sweet. I use cocoa tea, use the sugar, and together we are complete. Only you alone can put fire back in the soul.
Early bird tickets are $135. General admission $150. VIP $500.
Color Me Red. Darren Sammy Cricket Ground.
I could never let you miss how she made. Y'all never be home, I will see you walking. Only through these nights I'm dreaming.
Color Me Red.
What's up, the fire? Bubbling it over. Crazy.
Friday, July 18th, Darren Sammy Cricket Ground. Color Me Red. Color Me Red tickets are available now at Steve's Barbershop, Radio Caribbean International, The Cell, TM Antoine Partners, Red Team members, and FourCirclesTickets.com. Color Me Red, the greatest love.
And we're back, Vaval Central and the Caribbean sound. Good morning, Teddy.
Good morning, Iowa. Good morning to all lovers of Carnival. Good morning, all fans. Good morning to Charlo and his team. TOT Soca Village. The Soca Village is looking bigger than TOT, but that's one love, right, Charlo? The two Charleses, one Charles and Charlo. Good morning, on Vaval Central as we come through. We're pushing ahead. We have a bumper weekend, as we said. The submissions ended last night on Vaval Central. We remind you, the submissions have ended, and so no chance for anyone to submit.
What?
For the recording, the recordings. The judges will be very soon deliberating and selecting who goes next to the performance aspect, the auditions they call it, where they get to perform on tracks the actual songs. So that is ended last night. The soca, everybody interested in the soca Monarch competition, Groovy and Power, would have submitted, and so the judges do their part now. I'm hearing they're well over just about 120 entries. A lot of persons entered the competition. We'll verify the precise number, but this we confirming is just about 120 or thereabout, and so we're looking to see a bumper rush for the competition. Great interest this year. The artists very prolific, producing lots of music. We want to commend them on that. With the quality of our soca recordings improving, the quality of the writing being tweaked, and certainly the best from the artists. No one could accuse them of not producing. They worked in the off season. Some persons have 6 and 7 songs, many have 4 songs, 3 songs, many struggling to choose between their quality compositions, and so a lot to look forward to. The soca, we'll be dealing with that in a while, dealing with some of the soca recordings. C. Dale and your good friend Mysterio making a comeback is back. We'll be passing through in the soca segment. We have TOT and KPT. Good morning, Mr. Brown. TOT Soca Village. And then we have on Friday, we starting first with KPT. And also on Saturday, TOT Soca Village. That is the bumper offering for the weekend. As you say, the soca submissions have been coming. We're moving ahead with TOT Soca Village here on our program. But before we start, on the program, we just say good morning here to Chalo, who's the leader, the maestro, the guru of TOT Soca Village, representing both Charleses. Vaughan Charles is listening in the wings, we know. Good morning, Chalo.
Good morning,
and good luck up front. Good job by your first 2 tents so far. Everyone very pleased with the first tent offering. Good material, a good balance of tent entertainment, good fun, and so what a tent's supposed to be. We have 2 youngsters there. Well, one young one, Tika, you're not so young anymore. You still young?
Always young.
Ashe, 2 good voices though, 2 strong voices. Ashe from the takeover 10 Soka Village. Good morning, Ashe.
Good morning.
Let them hear you. That voice. Good morning.
Good morning.
Right. You're weak now. You know it's not easy to beat that traffic to come to Vaval Central in the morning. You have to get up. You coming from where? Denry?
Denry, yes.
Yeah, Denry, St. Mary's College boy?
Yes, I am.
Again, Iowa. And then you also teach at the Antwerp Secondary School.
Yes, I do.
Right. So we have the context. He's thrilled last year with his great voice. Iowa, you liked playing his music last year. He was there. And we're going to run one of his new tunes this year. Taker is a lot more experience. Taker, you have moved from the Takeover tent. Taker, you playing on your name, man. From Takeover tent to KPT. I'm all set to go. You ready to go?
Yes, I am.
Can you give us a sample of your voice in a while? That voice is not easy either. And so, young Ashe is here. We're running first, though. We're starting with, as is the custom, as is due. Many persons have asked on the program. We run it on the first day, but many missed it. The reigning monarch, Desrol. Let's listen again to 2 verses of his offering, his first offering for this year. What's it called, Iowa?
Immigrant on Vaval Central.
The reigning monarch.
Good night, Fireone. Nice to see you all as usual.
Morning, Vaval Central.
Since I was a shanty boy on our tough vulnerable land, I used to dream about Uncle Sam. I used to crave to join the man. Times hard on we motherland, so I packed my bags and I gone, singing merrily all the way. Uncle Sam, here I come. First thing when I meet the man, I could clearly understand why so many visa seekers want to shake his hand. Hospitality is sweet like sugar. He have the best place in the world. But by 2024 November, he turn up noxious and cold like a troll. Uncle Sam start acting strange. I swear to God, the man deranged. Kill my life with strife and war. I going back on report. He have a mongoose gang called Ice, squeezing victims like a vice, chaining them in gangs to go. I going back on report. He put my name on his blacklist. Deportation he insists, but he don't know that I already making plans to go to Mopo. Although I never do no crime, I just spend a little extra time. He track me down like Al Capone. I going back Monrepo, my Mopo. Why did I leave you and go? I don't know. Immigration at my door, see me prostrate on the floor. How Uncle Sam get wicked, so meet me Monrepo.
Morning, Vaval Central.
Growing up on me motherland was such a painful plight. I never liked the country sights, always wanted brighter lights. So as I met sweet Uncle Sam, I felt I'd won first prize. The sights, the lights, so bright at night, brought teardrops to my eyes. Then I faced reality, I had to work assiduously. 3 different jobs for 18 hours, struggling every day. Sending money back home to mama, shipping barrels every Christmas day. But everything crashed last November. Uncle Sam in disarray, we budget. Now Uncle Sam start acting strange. I swear to God, the man deranged. Kill my life with strife and war. I going back on report. He have a mongoose gang called Ice, squeezing victims like a vice, chaining them in gangs to go. I going back on report. He put my name on his blacklist. Deportation he insists, but he don't know that I already making plans to go to Mopo. Although I never do no crime, I just spend a little extra time. You track me down like Al Capone. I'm going back on repo, on repo. My mopo. Why did I leave you and go? I don't know. Immigration at my door. See me prostrate on the floor. How Uncle Sam get wicked so. Meet him on repo.
That's right, on Vaval Central. Teddy?
Yes, a packed house bumper program this morning. Ashe from the Takeover 10 Soka Village with his 10th mate he'll introduce in a while. Chalo is here. Taker from KPT on first. Iowa, the reigning monarch, as we said, interesting use and techniques and approaches to the song. Uncle Sam, a well-known euphemism, synonym some might say for the America, and in this case Donald Trump. So he speaks of America and Donald Trump without ever mentioning them. Interesting use. And Monrepo then used as the metaphor such for St. Lucia, for the real homestead, the real hinterland of St. Lucia. And of course Monrepo meaning my place of rest. So all the stress in America going to Monrepo, a place of rest. So lots to digest in that song. Is one, no doubt, if the more listening person appreciate the nuances as it grows. We have in a while T.C. Brown, Truscott Augustine, Suko starting with a bang, starting early. One of his songs, Exodus. We've gotten a peek at some of the other topics. A lot to come from Suko and T.C. Brown this season. Promises to be very interesting. We'll go to it in a bit. But Suko in a bit from the KPT and also Taker from the KPT. We'll also be hearing a new song from Ashe, and then the No Politics from Empress C is also from TOT Soka Village. Quickly, Chalo, all in place for the start of the 10th. Just swing it to you.
Yeah. Well, as you always know, TOT Soka Village, we're always there. We're always ready. We are ready for Saturday. And all in all, the tickets have been going on well. I need to tell you, Steve has already sold over 100.
What? That's
we have to replenish that stock.
People buying 10 tickets ahead, boy.
Well, just imagine that. Well, people already know that they want to avoid the rush at the door on Saturday night.
How early the peanuts, the real 10 peanuts, the mature and young being there, boy? Early, 6:30 they were your door ready.
Sometimes they're earlier, and then they make that noise and so on. So all in all, we are happy with what we are seeing. And then at the end of the day, what we really realize is that the Calypso has taken up this year.
People really know.
And I know there's always a reason why it is around this time. Anytime there's an election here, we know that happens. There's no denying that. But all in all, we at TOT Soka Village, we are happy with what we have done. Our rehearsals have gone very well. I need to tell you, we have a new band, and that has worked very well under the directorship of Jab Duplessis.
Well-known musician.
Well-known musician. Our production team is there. Everything is really ready. And as we started off from our media launch, we saw, of course, we upgraded our standard, and that will be continued right through.
Right. Good to see the tents, all the evidence, KPT, South Calypso tent, certainly TOT, Fire One, good preparation. It's not like the scampering before the tents announced a date in the past years, have to postpone twice. All the tents appeared well prepared. Releases coming, early recordings. We really a great improvement in the level of organization and preparation of the tents. We want to commend that. And it's showing in two strong tents, the offerings at the start. Nice, diverse offering, entertainment, content, and good fun. So we continue with that. Two youngsters there with you. Young lady, introduce herself to St. Lucia Calypso World. You are?
Hi everyone, my name is Nashel. This is actually my first time taking part in St. Lucia's Calypso. I have been a resident, of here for a while. But before, it's Dominica's Calypso. That's what I was taking part in. I am a Dominican.
You have two Dominicans coming. You are a Dominican in the, so looking forward to that. You saying you did Calypso in Dominica or you didn't?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
From school days.
So you well known in Dominica then?
Yes.
And Chalo found you.
I found Chalo.
You found Chalo. You have to
find us, Tell you all that.
You need Calypso credit. We don't joke on Vaval Central. Our listeners too are very keen. They're very discerning. Yes. You can give us 2 lines, a verse and a chorus in one of your songs?
Okay. Well, let me just give you a verse and chorus of this song this year. And this is to everyone, just to be heed. We have a lot of violence going on amongst women, and we want to do better. We want to teach our women that they can walk away.
Right.
A black eye, a swollen lip. I cried all night, couldn't get to sleep. What kind of man bitter girl he cares about so? My body hurt, my bloody spill. Is he man or beast? In for the kill. Can't be the man who said he loved me not long ago. Your colors are true, and I'm through with you. No, 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 I'm not your punching bag. I'm fighting back. I'm not your punching bag. Give me back my heart. I'm no punching bag. Won't live in a body bag. I'm packing up my bags without you making a fresh start. 'Cause I'm no punching bag. I'm no punching bag.
Yes. Nice. The voice there, the vocals this year, boy. Let me tell you, strong vocals in all the tents coming through on you. Experience, you could see he had ease there from Dominica. You going to bring that St. Lucian crown home to Dominica? You come and take over.
I want to be a St. Lucian.
All right. Shall you hear that, boy? Ashley, I see Ashley smiling, boy. You know the route. You know the easiest route to be a St. Lucian. You know the route. Ashley, boy, you get the message. You heard that clearly. And take her to Dominican. Oh boy, but Dominicans alone take her from. He's a Dominican too, yeah. A Dominican too, yeah. Yeah. When they come here, they don't go back at all, you know. Take her on to go for a weekend, but I don't know. I teach all my training partners. When they come to St. Lucia, they don't go back not for a week. I don't know about St. Lucia, boy. Honey. All right, so we're impressed with the vocals. Looking forward to you doing one or two on opening night. One or two?
One. The other one, you'll get it after.
Nice. Welcome addition.
Thank you.
We like the cross-fertilization, the exchange, healthy. We've regressed in that regard, actually. Remember in the days, Bingo, to his credit, we give Bingo a lot of peacock, but Bingo in the old days used to bring about 13 Calypsonians to Dominica regularly, you know, in that the exchanges, we have really regressed in that regard. Of course.
Ambassador always used to go to Dominica every year.
Well, all of them. So, of course, one reason being the prohibitive airfares, but now with the ferry, it can be done. Yeah. You need to revive that, Barbados, the exchanges.
I know Bingo, we sing in the same tent.
Okay, Bingo, yes. He behaved himself there, he been a good boy. Let me ask you, no controversy yet?
No controversy yet.
You know Bingo, Bingo, boy, we missed your little spice. You know Bingo would find a controversy every year. And so we did bilateral exchanges between two countries I find very effective. I've even told the Minister of Culture and such people, I'm not a big believer in Carry Festa. It is just too much happening in a short period, not able to work it and really get benefit. If we do bilateral exchanges culture-wise, a St. Lucia week in Trinidad, a Barbados week in St. Lucia, you get two little plays, you get a good musical band, a nice workshop and work the media. There's more bonds, more friendship, the public get to follow you in that. And so developing that Dominica St. Lucia exchange, TC Brown reviving it, the KPT, the others can follow. Barbados is available, yes. It would be very healthy. So we heard from you.
We started off Trinidad also, because the year before, if you notice, we brought it two of our young persons to take part in the Divas Calypso competition.
Who were they?
Shane and Mika.
Okay, this was a good experience.
And well, as you know, Mr. Otley was there recently. He's actually the tent leader, tent manager of that tent over there. Interestingly enough, it was the only person who has won a crown there for them. It was Marshall. Okay, and he's not a diva, eh?
Right. Interesting.
Yeah, but we have had that kind of thing, and as you rightly said, it is really the airfare, that really causes us not to have that kind of bond and relationship.
Yeah, but with Dominica, we have the ferry at least,
Yeah.
Ashe is another talent from the Takeover tent. Ashe, having impressed last year with his voice, he also won. You don't get on Legacy easy, so I will. If you get to perform on Legacy, you know you have thing, eh? He was on Legacy and he rocked the crowd. Ashe, people, you performed last year, the voice was good. We're about to hear your new tune. Live and on recording before we go on to TC, and so they don't know who you are, they might not know your cred. Give them you remember a verse and chorus of what you did, one of TC Brown's song. You could give them a verse and chorus, remember it?
Let me see.
You have to get in your mind first.
Where are they now? Where are they now? Where are those people who used to be so popular in my country? Where are they now? We forgot them somehow. Where are they now? We forgot them somehow. Boy, I sing in Calypso. Ashe. That's what I remember from.
Yeah, I know, because you learned it in a short period. It's not internalized yet. Ashe, you ready? Last year, what have you learned? How better prepared are you? You were thrown in at the deep end, your first tent last year. How much better prepared are you this year for Takeover tent?
Well, for observation, and experience, I believe that I'm much better prepared this year to execute better vocally and in terms of performance-wise. So I'm just observing and just collecting all the experiences and just making sure that I execute that in my performance this year.
Yeah. The first year when you took the dip, what have you learned since then? What you didn't know then that you can in your approach? Where have you grown?
In terms of performance, just being able to change gears. I wasn't able to change gears that much because I did not know to change gears.
Right.
Because my first time performing. However, I will implement that, a little bit more.
Explain to the uninitiated what you mean by change gears.
As in, okay, you can your first verse and your first chorus, you can have one feel, right?
Right.
And when you go to your second verse and your second chorus, you give it add a different touch or different feel or different perspective to it, so that the audience can get a different feel of your song or can see it in a different light. And then your third verse, you change gears again, so you can add some unpredictability to it.
Very
and
good.
some awe to your audience.
Remember we make that point, Iowa? Some calypsos make the point from the first line and don't quite develop.
Yes.
We've made that point repeatedly, that you need to keep always growing, both in musically and indeed in the lyrics and delivery, like you said.
Right.
So always let it develop. And so if the story is told in the first two lines and you don't add anything to it, the whole story is known from the first two lines.
Right.
You would come across a little weaker than someone who keeps developing as they go through.
Right.
Ashe, you seem ready for the season. You're doing two the first round, two or just
one song.
But you're competing this year?
Yes, I am.
With your two songs.
Definitely.
You care to mention which writers you're working with? Or not yet?
No, I prefer. I prefer to.
No. Remember the old song, Chalo. You used to go 10 years when Wally had that song. You are gone through. He's saying that
Wally going through.
Certain people had more influence. So if you say your writer is Boo, you're gone through. If you say Piper arranged for you, you're gone through. The judges have respect for it. There was that accusation. I think, Chalo, largely we've gone past that era of the shareholders, we used to call them. Persons who had such stature in the industry. Some little judges were intimidated to leave them out, even on a weak year. Remember that phenomenon, Chalo, where people were accused?
Very, very true. The other thing too is that you notice also that there were certain things that were at a disadvantage because of certain things in terms of who the players were.
Right.
Not just in terms of the writers and so on, but even in terms of the composition of the judging panel.
Right.
And we have to admit that was something that happened. All in all, we realize that, and even then, what you also realize is that with TOT Soca, particularly TOT, we always knew that it was considered a class then. So even when you look at the audience and that kind of thing. So one of the interesting things that I'm happy that is happening now, when you look at the stage decorate, the backdrop and so on, it have an element of the zinc. The old galvanized. I remember TOT made a statement.
Early Suku Jati get thrown to brought that in early, the kind of grassroots backyard simulating the neighborhood, the real and milieu that the artist came from.
Yeah, and it was because we were not getting the kind of sponsorship, we had to go that route. Yes. But here and then we rose over that and see where we are at this point in time when you have a generic backdrop for all the tints and you have that element of that galvanized.
Right.
So that says a lot in terms of what we have done. As you know, TOT, in particularly Soca Village, we have brought in a lot of young persons and they continue to raise a veil, even though they do not remain in the Calypso realm, but at least they're still in it in terms of the Soca and so on. Right? So all of that is happening, and I guess it is because we have remained constant, we have remained steadfast, we have not allowed anybody or anything, any institution to break us down, and we are happy that where we are. So much so that we have sponsors actually coming to us. That in itself is something that I've lived to see. Apart from that, we have a lot of the youngsters who are coming to us. We have helping them, and that's why we keep on the theme, blending youth with experience. So all in all, as we always say, we're not just about the crowns, because we have one crowns. We have one all the crowns in any year. But we are going past that, and as you notice, we introduced a new element this year, which is introducing an insurance policy for our members and the family and so on. And that in itself, I think, is good. We are also doing a special show for the children of the NATA and the educational institution.
Special needs.
Special needs, over 100 children together with their parents and so on. That show will be on the Friday, the 20th of June, which would be after our quarters. So all in all, we're not restricting it to the National Cultural Center. and we are making everybody be part of it. So we are happy with what we're doing, and we look forward to continual growth.
Good work, Shallow. The music is always key, as you said. The aspect of the accusation, the perception of certain persons holding special status in the Calypso beat. Some Calypsonians were seen as the system Calypsonians. The judges were largely professionals, middle class, favoring them. The Ashanti, as epitomized by Ashanti struggles, and Herb Black a little later seen as grassroots and having powerful Calypso, but the system not quite favoring them. They speaking to truth and also of the backgrounds. That there was that perception, much less so now. A lot of transparency, the involvement of the media a lot more, the public a lot more acutely aware, and so we're seeing a much closer to a level playing field as far as that is concerned. We're going to TOT music. We're doing Ashe first, the verse and chorus approach, and then we're doing Empress C. Two of the artists from the that instrumental. So you want to sing over it? Verse and chorus? Yeah, verse and chorus. Let's go. Iowa. Ashe, yeah, new one, yeah.
The song is The Devil Don't Need No Horns to Fool You. Yo, yo, hey. Why, ay. The devil is strong, but the Bible is stronger. I met the devil one night in disguise. No fire, no pitchfork, just charm in his eyes. He scrolled through a feed, sipping his black tea. Said I don't burn, I trend, watch and see. He whispered your kids don't need hell to fall. Just give them a screen, I'll handle it all. The devil don't need no horns to fool you. No flames to burn, no demons to rule. He's slick in a suit or viral on screen. He's hiding in comfort, clean and unseen. Hey, the devil don't need no horns to fool you. He's the one who says bullying is cool. He sells you dreams but takes your voice. He won't force you, he gives you the choice. So open your eyes, these saints know me. Let me tell you, the devil's real smooth and he's good with chief. Yes, keep on scrolling on Instagram and TikTok. Ashe.
Certainly, if you had any more reason to attend a tent, you need no more reason to go to the tent on the weekend. Fantastic talent being displayed, the writing in evidence. I think I detect the writer there, but of course, Ashe, I think you're right to keep it unknown and let people be guessing and judge the song and not the writer, not in any way. So interesting indeed. And of course, we're looking at Ashe, the fine young talent, so reminiscent of when the likes of T.C. Brown and Bachelor entered, the fresh new talent and adding to the fray. There's also Empress C. We're going to run verse and chorus of another of the artists going to be on Takeover Tent on Saturday before we go to the one coming up with Taker representing KPT. And of course, we might be having two of the Dominican artists who will be guest performing at KPT, passing through. Two Dominican artists here. Between this tent and the second tent, there'll be a number of former monarchs as well as reigning monarch from Dominica performing in KPT, something to look forward to. And Tika himself, a Dominican, they forget that Tika, a Dominican who refuses to go back home for love St. Lucia so much, but another great voice. We also making a point, yesterday we were talking about good material and wanting to keep it real. Some of the songs in the past, remember the gimmicks used to be used, a little smut, inciting the public to sing smut and so on. There were one or two songs, interestingly, you've made the point here, that were written, sometimes the singer, the writer himself says it in the song, but sometimes they lead the public to say what they want to say without saying it. And so remember, well, one or two songs had such good quality that intention, that leaning towards the smut and the kind of questionable lyrics was not necessary. John T with We Shall Hop was certainly, as he admitted before, rest his soul, that he expected the public to say the national word. We shall hope, we shall hope. In the end, the song was so good and so solid musically, he did not need that. The public, in fact, never really said the national word. They need it was good on intrinsic value. Invader of Eyeballs, one of the best constructed calypsos in a long time by Invader, was a monster hit. Persons expected it to lean towards saying my balls, you know. He was saying my eyeballs. In the end, the song was so very good in quality and construction, you didn't quite need that in the end. So so dynamic this calypso art form, and what may happen, what you plan with your writer and in the recording room is not what develops. The public embrace what they want. Of course, the epic example of Bachelor singing I Saw What You Did Last Night, and the crowd, if ever there was call and response, the public created their own little sub-chorus of Marco. Remember the recording? You ever get that recording, boy, of Bachelor in that 10? That's the most glorious recording. You hear in the public adding Marco. That made the songs 10 times. Bachelor had no sense. He didn't ask them to do it. He didn't lead them. They added that, and it became I Saw What You Did Last Night, Marco. Very good. Great 10 days. We go into Empress C of the Takeover 10 day on Saturday. Before that is KPT with Dominican guests with lots of new talent. Taker, T-Blacks, Jürgen, and Dosha Fenelor, all the new talent in KPT led by TC Brown, Blaze, Barry and company. Empress C, she'll be on stage Saturday with TOT.
Vaval Central. Tenny?
Obviously, very tongue-in-cheek there from the artist, claiming and promising not to be in politics, but making some clear allusions that deep political leanings and implications. So a nice tongue-in-cheek, which is one of the techniques of Calypsonians through the years, happening indeed. We're getting ready, as we've heard from TOT, before we say goodbye to Shallow, and so we're getting ready for TC Brown and Taker from KPT, as we said, to lots of new talents in their tent, but also two Dominican guest artists, Monarch and former Monarch, over the next 2 tents. We were alluding earlier, Iowa, to the soca music, as we'll be doing a lot in the second half. C-Dale, Mysterio, and lots of fantastic recordings. Over 100, we're closer to 120, the number of releases actually submitted for the competition, the soca recordings, the first phase. And then the fact that a lot going for the artists. Export St. Lucia last year, having introduced their most exportable song. They tweaked it, of course, listen to the public and tweak that competition. The suggestion coming through some of us to them is that you reward and recognize more than one song. If you're trying to grow the export of music, it couldn't be centered around one song, so identify a few songs, and so there's a body of work that you target as being exportable, that too, and also to ensure that they in fact agreed, Glenfield and Sunit and company, to tweak the actual judging of it, that and to assist to go beyond just rewarding at the end exportable song, to work with the artist to make the music exportable, much like Export St. Lucia works with the CMOS farmers to make the product exportable. You don't just reward the most exportable CMOS. So work with the artist throughout the year to make it exportable instead of just crowning at the end. I think they listen, they normally and they're adjusting to, they too, good work getting arts and culture in the carnival. They're getting ready for a big fashion show at the end, Export the Runway. That is a big event, and having grown after a break last year, they will be looking to, there's also the brewery giving some awards like Best Performer and other such decided by CMMC and CPMC. The brewery coming in to give some special awards. I think that's a good development. Instead of just the crown, maybe the person with the best lyrics, you go through the judges, who scored the most for lyrics in the categories over the competition gets the prize for the best lyrics, the best performer perhaps for performance on stage, best vocalist. Such prizes will be incentives to persons who don't quite win the crown but are outstanding in other aspects, and certainly incentive for them as they continue to grow. We're going now to TC Brown, Trustcut Augustine working with him. Suku, good morning. They have been consistent and in the top running for the last few years since that combination was born. TC Brown, in fact, winning the crown in his partnership with Suku. And this year, one of the early offerings, before we go to his junior taker, also a 10th member, KPT 10th leader, TC Brown.
Exodus at Vaval Central.
Yeah. Let's go. Shanga Pro. So long slavery abolished, black man still impoverished, elders languish in anguish, watching the children perish. Tell me who's responsible? Is the black man capable to remove his people from underneath this rubble? Will the Asian investor on occasion Messiah be our savior? Our savior and deliver you free. Caribbean is lands, but not islands. So come away from the land of the sinking
Vaval Central.
Going to our Father's home. We are going, Exodus, going to our Father's home. JJ no bien content, JJ no bien content. La guys are la kiwi, they do. JJ no bien content, JJ no bien content. No one who halfway. Jouer musique, les nous vivre, nous caille chanter, danser, excelle, liberté. Yeah. So people love to gloat, have the right to vote, but black justice remote with their knees, they will grow.
Vaval Central.
Choose the government, but it is quite evident things change, but I know different. The state sucking with blood, the church peddling God, we stuck in the mud for our love, hatred your reward. We live in squalor, a jigsaw of labor, can't seem to find favor because of our black color. Tourist Stanley Alexander, Ava Louis the scholar, sons of Bayanola, pioneers who all served Africa. In their mind they opened their eyes and saw the bigger prize, so that now we realize many more must do likewise. We are going, Exodus, going to our Father's home. We are going, Exodus,
Vaval Central.
going to our mama's home. Chant out loud, I'm black and I'm proud. Raise your head like me, wear your color with dignity. Join hands with me and claim your patrimony. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Caribbean is lands, but not islands. So come away from the land of the sinking sands. We are going, Exodus, going to our Father's home. We are going, Exodus, going to our Mama's home. JJ no bien content, JJ no bien content. La guys are la kiwi, they do. JJ no bien content, JJ no bien content. No one who halfway, jouer musique, les nous vivre, nous caille chanter, danser, excelle, liberté. Yeah.
TC Brown, what's his name? I always got many. What's it again? TC Brown.
Terry Cuddy.
No. Linus Cadet, boy. Yes. Linus Cadet, TC Brown. I shall give a quiz for that, you know. Yeah. But I was looking good in the boy. Calypsonians like crazy inside them. Of course, after the 9 o'clock, to end the last half part of the program, we're doing the soca. Big up people like Kado, Orion, lots of good music. Nerdy, so prolific. Music like crazy. I feel sorry for your announcers to juggle that.
So if you call my like that youth man bluffing me.
Yeah, his name. Yeah.
You still got that.
Lots of good music to come through. I was baffled by TC Brown name. What's Robbie's name? Robbie's name. What's Robbie's government name? Every year.
Robert.
No boy. Regis Calix. Yeah. Oh God. I was going again. Yeah. Let me tell you. So we go into the soca really very healthy. Lots of entries. TC Brown, you pack up on that soca thing. But you used to try all three now.
Yeah, boy. I tell you, I remember. Funny you bring that up. I remember I go to was it 2007, I think, or somewhere around there. I remember going to a rehearsal, and Piper bounced me up going down the stairs. Boy, you on them little boy thing too, boy?
That shake you up.
I never forgot that, and that really had me to just, look at myself and see what I'm doing, and I just realized that's just not my bracket, It's a different energy, it calls for a different focus. Right. It's just a whole different vibe, and the youth, they're very bold about it. They ain't going back, If you're not on Instagram doing things posting there and making it happen, you can't be a part of that.
Good to see. We keep saying the soca, but you're very linked. The link to social media. It almost exists on social media. It must be there.
You need it. It go hand in hand.
Even the writing, the lingo of the writing. Yeah. A lot of references to happening on social media trends and so.
All that. The writing style for real, it changes as well, because with the youth, there's no big story and big story and story. It's almost like, let's get to the point. Let's just knock all the big points, what we want, and just put it out there.
You have a bumper calypso house?
In your section.
I stay in my section. Stories I want to tell, and I want to take my time and tell it.
What do you call it? Mysterio making a comeback, and C-Dale will be joining us in just a bit on the soca segment. We have bumper calypso for now. We are joined. Welcome to them. Very warm welcome to our Dominican guests. As you say, a full house. We happen to have singing now two Dominicans resident in St. Lucia from TOT tent, and also Taker from KPT. But TC Brown, part of his exchange, has brought two guests. Introduce yourselves.
Tasha P, Dominica's first female monarch.
She's the reigning monarch? She's the reigning monarch?
No, I'm not the reigning.
But you're a performer?
14 years. 14 years. Tasha P out of Dominica. It's my pleasure to be here.
Before?
Yes, I've been to St. Lucia, but this is my first time inside of St. Lucia.
So you just pass through?
Usually it's transit or just passing through, but I'm hoping that this is not the first or the last, definitely.
Dominicans have a habit of staying here.
You suspect that? Well, I was told to start working on my residency.
How long you been in Calypso in Dominica?
Since I was 11 years old. So that's 26 years or something like that.
So if I go in Rose and ask about you, everybody know you?
I hope so.
And you won last year, you said?
No. This year was the second time in 14 years. We have another female. Her name is Joy. She'll be here next week with you guys. Right. So Joy is the reigning monarch. So we have another female reigning.
So what's your best year? Your best
Every year is a good year for me, Right. But most definitely the year I won in 2011, as well as the year of Treadmill, one of my biggest hits right now. These two particular years were very, very hot years for me. But every year is a hot year for the females because we don't have so many. But right now we are growing in number, and I expect big things from the females in Dominica.
Like St. Lucia, I think Dominica, one of the few countries that Calypso is still big within the carnival.
Oh, that's the biggest, supposedly, and should always be the biggest thing during carnival season is the Calypso season. Trust me.
Dominicans are very big on consciousness, social and political, so commentary.
Let me tell you, very serious business in Dominica. When it comes to Calypso, they don't play.
Right.
They don't joke.
And you two have carved your own niche. You're not the biggest carnival, the grandest, but certainly it's special and unique that you're celebrating yourself.
Always.
Your own bouillon. You don't even have a soca monarch as such.
No, we haven't had soca monarch in years.
But that is, some might say, a deficiency, but it's a victory that you have carved your own music so much.
Own genre, yes.
You don't need the Trini style soca monarch. You should take credit for that.
100%.
In Dominica.
Yes.
You look confident. You look ready for the stage. You must show your cred. You must show why you're here. Next thing you'll say, Dominica, I have no good calypso. You could sing a verse and chorus, one of your most popular tunes, Treadmill or one of them.
Right now?
Yeah, verse and chorus.
Okay.
A cappella.
You get that job you wanted so badly. You're equipped with education and personality. In the future, you see upward mobility. Da-da, da-da. Oh, early to work and late to leave, doing what it takes to succeed. But promotion is for backbiters and the party supporters. Whoa, you're disappointed, yet still committed, hoping one day you will get promoted.
like you on a treadmill, putting all the effort, giving all the time, but you at a standstill. You ain't moving, whoa, you on a treadmill. Your legs are moving, your body's working, but you at a standstill. You ain't going nowhere. They should tell you early. They don't want you, they don't need you, or they prefer somebody else.
That's a quick time check. Time check is minute after 9. Time check brought to you by Ferrens Foods.
Thanks, Saiwa. So that was your winning tune?
Yes.
That's the tune you won with? That's one.
No, I
right.
came first runner up with that song. But
right.
the other one that I intend to do at KPT is one of the
winning
songs, yes.
Okay.
I look forward to it. As he was saying, I represented in Montserrat alongside other Caribbean women for many times. Minel is my girl.
Right.
We competed against each other in 2011 and she won that year. Right. I came first. I looked like first, supposedly me, for a while. But
you came first runner up?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
And I really respect the Calypsonians here in St. Lucia. I've heard a lot about them. I've listened to a lot of them. And I'm looking forward to be performing alongside TC and all the other KPT Calypso representatives. And of course, with King Bob in the building, we intend to, bring some fire to their launching on Friday.
Nice vibe. Friday, every reason to be there. The weekend, we gave you a reason to be at TOT on Saturday, Friday. And of course, when we get to the Soca, we'll be pushing a lot more. We'll be reminding you of Soca Ultimate 2 on Saturday night. Once you're through with the TOT to go head up to the pavilion, they're starting a little later. The pavilion will be packed, we know, with people, the first major soca show. So lots to go through. And of course, remember the Limes, Friday afternoon. There's the Lime at Maury's up north. And after work, Maury's at Corinth, Popular Bar. And soon to be started, Point Seraphine and then the CSC Yard. On Sunday, there's Bannon with White and the launch of the Outside Carnival Band, the Tale of Two Flowers, Vaughan Charles, Claude Paul and Sue leading the effort. With that, they have the big Lime with 4-1 playing for them on Sunday afternoon. And of course, at the same time, Tribe of 12 with a big Lime with the costumes, artists, karaoke. So 2 big Carnival Limes on Sunday afternoon on the highway behind Shoreline and Rennick, and then over at Bannon with Vaughan Charles and his We Outside band, 4-1. We go in with Bob right away. Bob, no stranger. You look at a fella been to St. Lucia. You look at home in St. Lucia. Yeah?
Well, actually, I think when I was a child, the first island I traveled to was St. Lucia.
Right, so you know it well.
Barbados. Yeah.
You know it well. So
many moons ago, obviously.
Dominican St. Lucia, a good affinity and rivalry at the same time. I like the energy, St. Lucia.
Yeah, but we have no reason to be uncomfortable here. First of all, I walked into the studio and there are 4 Dominicans in the house.
Yes,
4 Dominicans in the house. I hope next year when I walk into a studio in Dominica, I see 4 other St. Lucians. So I don't know what's going on, but I feel like I'm home. Yes. Is that good enough?
Good vibe. And Bingo is there carrying the thing for us. Bingo, at least we have one over there.
I forgot to mention
Bingo, yeah.
Yes, Bingo takes part in our competition, definitely.
I remember, you will hear them shout, Bingo. What easy, you know. You will hear them shout, Bingo, boy. Your little spice.
But King Bob have some of the biggest Christmas songs we've been playing here.
Okay, right.
Good morning.
Yeah.
How are you this morning? All that is King Bob. Rough and ready.
Okay.
You know, so his music is no stranger music here at all.
So Bob, you looking forward to it? Where you stand? You competed this year?
Yeah, I compete every year. I've been in Calypso since 2001 in Dominica.
And you last won the crown when?
In 2021.
Okay. Hunter still competing?
No, but Hunter is still in the competition technically. He's a writer. He actually wrote for the current monarch.
Okay, very good.
So he's present. Every now and then he steps in, and stuff.
And Dice still on. The lady beat him Dice this year. Dice
I won't say she beat him, but she came on top of the competition.
The judges give her more points.
Nobody beating anybody, we ain't beating. This thing about, it's a crime, man beating woman, and woman beating man is just the same. So I don't like to use that word.
Nice.
But
no long, yeah.
Yeah, but we do well in the competition, and we all love each other.
Right.
Period.
No long talking.
Yeah.
So Bob, give us a sample of one of your top.
Well,
songs.
Bob doesn't sing early in the morning, you know.
No,
you come to the show to listen to Bob.
You get a little
yeah,
sample
because
of
I mean, no.
That's
That's always what the radio guys want to do, to get Bob to sing in the early morning. I just woke up like 20 minutes ago, shower and hair.
Next thing they say you can't sing, eh?
Right. So I mean, I have a large track record. You can play songs of mine for like maybe 2 hours, you know. So there's no reason for me to come at 8 o'clock in the morning and sing.
Give the public a reason to come. Why they should be
well, guys, you know, you should really come to support the KPT, because what KPT is doing something that brings Caribbean unity, gives it vibe. And this is the reason why you should come. Not just for the Calypso, but also to support what is yours. And we came all the way from Dominica to support what is happening here in St. Lucia, and we'd expect you to reciprocate at the right time, obviously. But come. Don't come because I am here or because Tasha P is here, but come because this is something that means something to you. And that's the reason why we are here. Obviously, we had a beautiful practice session yesterday. The band is very good. And I don't want to talk about what quality the show is going to be like. I don't want to go there. You understand? But I have all the confidence in me that Tasha P is going to deliver, as she always does. And obviously, the Bob will not let the hammer down.
Very good. Bob, well spoken. I suspect one of the politicians will grab you.
Well, boy, I tell you, we have enough dogs in the Caribbean.
Yeah. Let's go.
I just want to mention, give a quick big up to my girl Nashel, who's in the house, also Dominican and lives here in St. Lucia. It's lovely to see the Caribbean unity, the CARICOM coming together, and you're like embracing us the same way that we embrace you, because you were here, you were in Dominica in February, and you guys mashed up. As for you, TC, I can't stop forgetting that performance. It was just awesome. Your impromptu, oh my God, fire.
Okay, good, well said, totally well said. We're going, take her boy. I know you're not, take her not a talker. Nice line, TC? Take her not a talker. Run the track, Iowa. Take her will be on with KPT. He's seasoned here. But interesting, 4 Dominicans there in Vaval Central and big Caribbean unity.
They can't bring that
instrumental. Take her. You get verse and chorus for KPT.
Whoa. KPT, St. Lucia. They point fingers at the police. They blame the state for crime that plagued this nation's fate. But go back in time to a boy at play, in a home where love has lost its way. A mother struggle, father disappeared, no guiding hand, no one cares. Prevention starts with the seeds we lay. Remember what Frederick Douglass said. It's easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. You see, an ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of pain. It's easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. The right guidance beats protection, or we'll raise a generation in vain. With tough love, show them the way, and crime won't have the final say. It's easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. The mirrors reflect where it begins. A change at home is where we win. It is easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. Thank you. KPT, Friday, we're on the lock.
Quality. Gentlemen, ladies, we all ready for the weekend. Friday and Saturday, we're going to Cultural Center. We're also going to Stuka Ultimate over the pavilion on Saturday night. Big up yourself. Bumper show. Welcome, Dominica. Dodla, Marie got me sorti. Marie got me. Message Marie got me. You find me out. You find me out, boy. As a Roseau boy, you find me out. Welcome. Yeah, welcome. See See you. See you at the weekend, Bumper Calypso. We're going to Mysterio and the Soca chapter in a bit. Are you going to a break?
Yeah.
A break, and then we come back with the Soca action, Mysterio. A nice group photo outside, TC. Look at a nice group photo. Unity outside.
I'm feeling for something special, something good, something tasty, something smooth. When I think about all the flavors I can savor, I gotta have Farron's ice cream.
I wanna have, I need to have a flavor that makes me glad. But the way I feel, it must be Farron's ice cream. Chocolate coated ice cream bars, creamsicles I gotta have. Give me some fat-free yogurt I need.
Farron's ice cream.
Farron's ice cream.
It's so delicious. Farron's ice cream.
Farron's
tastes so good. Farron's ice cream. Oh, I gotta have it. 'Cause only the best will do.
Farron's ice cream, bringing back delicious memories.
Vaval Central and the Caribbean Sound is sponsored by the Carnival Planning Management Committee, the Carnival Music Management Committee, Creamery Novelties, Live a Little, Harris Paints, the Champions of Color, the Computer Store, Strong Players, Courts Bringing Value Home, Grace Tropical Rhythms, Juices.
Get ready, St. Lucia. Lucian Carnival 2025 is on, and this year it's bigger, brighter, and bolder than ever. From Calypso to Soca, Junior Carnival to Juve, and Panorama to Pageantry, every event is bursting with non-stop energy, ecstasy, and vibes. Come catch the rhythm on Carnival Monday and Tuesday with views that only Lucian Carnival can deliver. It's the ultimate summer escape. Feel the vibes, embody the spirit. Lucian Carnival, nothing sweeter than that.
Y'all ready? On Friday, June 6th from 9:30 a.m. at the Mindu Phillip Park, the National Secondary Schools Calypso and Soca competition is about to take over. Your school, your sound, your moment. Pull up to rep your school. A day of fun with rides and entertainment from top Lucian artists. Tickets are $20 for adults and $10 for children. Feel the vibes, embody the spirit. Lucian Carnival, nothing sweeter than that.
Are you a Sagicor shareholder? Managing your shares just got easier with a Sagicor e-brokerage account. Receive dividends directly into your account. Avoid check delays and fees. Plus, track your portfolio in real time. Buy or sell shares anytime. And for a limited time, Sagicor will reimburse the brokerage transfer fee if you hold 1,000 shares or less. Make the move. Visit sagicor.com/e-brokerage. Sagicor. Wise financial thinking for life.
St. Lucia, it's time to level up your beauty game. Fenty Beauty and Fenty Skin have officially landed, and we're inviting you to experience the launch at Castries Duty Free on Saturday, June 7th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come, swatch, blend, and glow with the full Fenty Beauty and Fenty Skin lineup, including bold shades, flawless finishes, and products made for every skin tone. Available starting June 7th at Castries Duty Free. Available exclusively at Castries Duty Free La Place Carenage.
KPT Kaiser Pro Stent, in collaboration with CMMC, welcomes you to our grand opening, Friday, May 30th, National Cultural Center, 8:30 p.m. KPT Art of Kaiso, a new, exciting, innovative way, featuring Kitina, Mystic, Desma, Blackberry, Realist, Lady CC, KK, with a special performance from Blaze and TC Brown. New to KPT stage, Hyper, Taker, Divine. Guest artist Dominica's first female Kaiso monarch, Tasha P. And King Bob. A night of Kaiso celebration, backed by Invasion with Brad. Kaiso Pro Stent, the art of Kaiso. Grand opening, May 30th, NCC. Admission $25. Outside attractions with fully stocked bar and food. With DJ Shotman. Dress code, colorful. Sponsored by St. Lucia Distillers, Bounty Rum, Michelle's Electrical, Lucilec, Beton Bear, Lewis Industries, Ministry of Tourism, Creative Industries, Shanga Pro, All Handy Services, Mendes Designs, Cultural Development Foundation, Calabash TV, Bellevue Hotel, ES Productions, licensed by Echo.
And we're back, Vaval Central and the Caribbean Sound, JD.
We there is Mysterio, a well-loved artist, fantastic story. He took a break, a spiritual break, and back in the fray. The fans call for you. Yeah. The fans call for Mysterio. Mysterio, lots of love from St. Lucia. Say good morning to your fans.
Good morning, everyone. I'm back. Mysterio is back. And you know we have a lot of surprises. We have a lot of vibe. just bringing the energy, bringing back,
Tell us
everything.
why you took the break and what made you come back.
Well, I feel I needed a break. I also went on a spiritual path where, and last year I lost my wife.
Right.
And, I just fulfilling a promise. She wanted me to go back and do what I love, what I was passionate about. So I figured, hey, let me go back into that. Let me, I know I have a lot of catching up to do, but I'm willing to work, man.
It's not easy.
It's not easy at all. Not easy.
We still have been following your story. A nice family man, nice how you've developed yourself.
Yeah.
Music helping you in becoming a better man. And
Of
really
course.
St. Lucia really loving that, and we have genuine respect for you as an artist and as a young man. We're touching first some of the tunes from this year. Could we run Orion, Cardo, and then Nerdy Am Soca? You can do that beat, Iwa?
Yeah, I'm going to do, with the honor you want Orion first.
Right.
Orion first, and
Just
then...
the quality of the music this year. Just tomorrow we have a bumper soca. Lots of soca artists coming through here on the program tomorrow at the Friday, and we build up to the weekend. So let's go a sample to our listeners. Always like to bring the soca, the party music as we approach competition. Let's go, Iwa.
Action. Say baby I'm sorry. Say baby I'm sorry. I never meant to make you cry. I never meant to make you cry. So as God is my witness, asking for forgiveness. I never meant to make you cry. I never meant to make you cry. Oh. So I go take a rag and dry your eyes. Take a rag and dry your eyes. Take a rag and dry your eyes. Never meant to make you cry. Take a rag and dry your eyes. Take a rag and dry your eyes. Take a rag and dry your eyes. Never meant to make you cry. Girl, I know I was wrong. Yeah, I made a mistake. Should've known it. I'm so sorry that night that you went through my phone. Girl, I blew it. You the one that I needed. For you I will do anything, yeah. I don't want you to leave. You the air that I breathe, boy. Say baby I'm sorry. Say baby I'm sorry. I never meant to make you cry. I never meant to make you cry. Na 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 na.
Vaval Central.
I wanna jump up and touch the stars tonight. Worries aside, now let's live in this moment. Reach out to touch the skies. Hold up, bounce and take off with flight. Now let me see the flags up. Flags up. Wherever let we mash up the place. Freedom for all my people. Dancing united space. This is freedom, yeah. Jump up and wave away from here. Flags up, flags up.
Good morning, Vaval Central.
Soca is my legacy. What's connecting you and me? From the other side of the sea. This thing may call me family. I wanna see my people rise up. Jump and wave, misbehave. All of we dancing up in the street. 'Cause we free, yes we free, yeah. To wind up and jam up and break away, yeah. Lose yourself, yeah. So let me jump up.
Vaval Central.
Yeah, I go in every mass. Every fret I go, yeah, I got every glass. Pull up in the first, but I live in last. Fret is at 40, but I the quarter pass. I go into everything. I have people forgetting their wedding ring. I make people say what they want to say. I make them misbehave, they are kind of way. That's why you cannot have a fret without soca. Soca, 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 soca. You cannot have a fret without soca.
Good morning, Vaval Central.
You need me for every jump. You need me for every pump. You need me with everyone.
dirty then, Teddy.
You're feeling the excitement here as we build up on Vaval Central, and reminding all listeners, all lovers of Carnival, you don't want to miss Vaval Central. That jam session with DJ Beats and also Iowa is something people are talking about. It's non-stop. King Beats, where you have to address them on property. King Beats. They have all kind of beats, eh?
Yeah,
He's King Beats.
King of the beats.
Fantastic young DJ. He and I were to leave that locked onto RCI after you see it. All the music, particularly party music, and also some kaiso here on the Radio Caribbean International. Mysterio, for those who forgot who you are, you have been a writer, performer. I've been there, you took a break and you're back. We're going to your material. I will run an old Mysterio, let them remember Mysterio.
And we fetting all the way. With liquor and ice, everybody feeling nice. Yeah. Raise your glass in the air. Come party with me right now. The party turn over. Everybody come over, I say. Party turn over. Everybody come right here. Come Vaval Central. We doing it big. Yeah. Hey. Let me tell them. When I enter this place, you must be ready to fed. Cause we're not leaving until the next morning. All the people in here who come to bust up a sweat. See, that's why we here. We are the party unlock. Drinks don't stop. Turn down for what? Now let me see your glass up in the air. My garden, plenty woman. Everybody hands up. Cause we fetting all the way. In this fetting holiday. A fetting holiday. It's a whole lot of whining. A whole lot of drinking. A whole lot of fetting. A whole lot of ale. Whole lot of ale. I say the party turn over. Everybody come over. I say the party turn over. Everybody come. Hey. Everybody come over. I say the party turn over. Hey. We come to party.
Yes, a sample of the old Mysterio there that made him very popular, certainly as a performer, consistent in the Soca Monarch and most of the parties. You took a break. You've been involved in the past performing. Do you write also?
Yeah.
Who have you written? People like who have you written
I
for?
collab in writing for C-Dale, Ninja, Solance.
Really? Okay.
That's in the past. And then I started working with Kitina, Kado, and now Mika.
What you wrote for Kado last year?
Blessed.
Okay, that song. Good writing. You some obviously have a good notion as to what soca and constructing a good soca song is, and you're known for your melodies and your good soca construction, and so consistent this year. This year, the youngsters not easy. You're taking a break for 3 years. How long you out for?
Oh, about 7 years.
7 years already?
Yeah. 2018 I stopped.
What? Yeah. Why would I think freaking 7 years ago, Mysterious, huh? And so you put on 2 little pounds, but you're a big man now, and the youngsters not easy. You're ready for the big stage and the pace of the youngsters.
Well, being out of the game, you learn to observe. Right. You work on what you feel that you need to work on, especially you see like the vocals and stuff, because performing on the stage and the pace and the energy, you try to keep yourself. Although I'm not 100% yet, but I feel I'm a 90%. Right. Ready. I'm just calling out the youngsters out there. Don't let Mysterio catch up to you all, because if Mysterio catch up to you all, just don't let him catch up to you all. That is all I say.
So everybody, all the boys, Nerdy, Ricky, all of them?
All of them.
Look out for Mysterio.
Just look out, because trust me, this year, this year is...
In the past, you had lots of good material. I don't think you ever quite nailed it on a Soca Monarch night.
No.
There's always something missing, something
there
didn't
was,
go right,
Just me being a troublesome figure, just being passionate about it. I wasn't really serious about it. I'm actually taking it one step further and, pushing myself to the max. It was just me doing it all alone. I had some people helping me, but, hard-headed and, not listening. Right now I have a team, right? I have Sheridan Sinclair from Canada. I have Janika Simon.
Big up Janika.
Yeah, and I have a new producer working with, goes by the name of So Mad Music, Octave Bastia, Swiftner. He worked with Jamin, producing for Mighty and those guys. So you know, I figure he have a nice little vibe. Let me,
work with
him. The same way I started off with Miggs from Vibe Production. We actually started off together.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and then
Entrepot,
yeah,
boy.
you know, and I figure, hey, you know, let me honest, cause I live down Miku now, Monrepo.
And you nothing Castries East again, boy?
Well, I come over once in a while, but you know,
right.
I live down there. And it's a really good feeling when you know, you're embracing nature and you know, you could just do what you have to do.
Right. Big up to people like Kayo that supported you a lot.
Of course, big up to Kayo, big up to Ninja, big up to you, Teddy, big up to Iowa. Back then, you know, I guess we took, you know, the criticism very seriously and stuff like that. You know, to grow. Yeah, to grow and, you know, to groom ourselves, because back then, you know, soca was a little bit trip.
Right,
but
now Shaky is a lot more solid now and respected
much
now.
A
bigger industry effort as it goes through. So you in the competition, submitted both Groovy and Power?
Yes, I am.
So you in there and you're hoping to go one step further and to develop. We're going, as we remind persons of the action on the weekend, if ever there's a need to remind them, a Friday night, the Cultural Center, the Mecca, where we have the KPT tent full with the Dominican guests and lots of new talent, a bumper show expected. Saturday night, Charlo with his blend of youth and experience. Good morning to he and Von Charles, really keeping the effort going through rehearsals and preparation of the artists. And of course, we have the after-work line before that Friday afternoon at Maury's to get in the spirit. Jean Joseph, Eldris and Company, Martin, well ready for the crowd over at Maury's. And of course, Sunday afternoon, the two limes, 4-1 over at Bannon at White's, the launch of the Juve band, we outside, and of course the Tribe of 12 with their effort, their big band lime, a relaunch of the costumes. They've tweaked some of the costumes on display, and lots of artists, food and drink, and a karaoke session in the end. Mysterio, let's run your two tunes for this year on Vaval Central.
Outside, my bills done paid already. Cash in me hands done ready. Put more rum in my glass so I can drink it fast. Can't take this thing for granted. I going from bar to bar, drink like a buy my liver, say. Well, any girl we whine on them, okay, if we causing problem, when the party stop, we go do this again. Are ready? Ready? Who ready? So we don't care, we don't have no shame. We ready? Yeah, and we going outside, outside. Tell them outside, outside. We going outside, outside. Outside, outside. Everybody there, out there we say, yeah. Feeling nice, roll your eyes with a couple blocks of ice for me. Going from bar to bar, drink like a buy my liver, say. Well, any girl we whining on them, okay, if we causing problem, when the party stop, everybody put up your hand, we ready. Ready, in any step, we stand up with them. Say we don't care, we don't have no shame. Hey, we ready, yeah, and we going outside. We outside now. Oh na 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 na, yeah. Boy, whoa, whoa. So come make me bold. Carnival is a part we are not a male. Let it unfold, let it unfold, let it unfold. Say how you honest in all of that energy. He road call and you respond. The thousands that watch how everybody embrace. Anytime we reach the top of the stage, we eat in the place, we are making rest. It's our time to bring life to the party. Every hand raise, let every hand raise. Now it's time to celebrate. I say it's my bacchanal, your bacchanal, this bacchanal. My bacchanal, your bacchanal, this bacchanal. It's my bacchanal, your bacchanal, this bacchanal. Say it's not enough for way. So copy, wave, 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 wave. Yeah, we caught it now.
Look up love in the streets.
Beautiful costumes the wrong way, drink them on repeat. These glasses never empty. Say it's mass, we all come to play. We don't care and do family. Watch how everybody embrace. Anytime we reach on top of the stage, say we eat in the place. We are making rest. It's our time to bring life to the party. Every hand raise, let every hand rest. Now it's time to celebrate. It's my bacchanal, this bacchanal, my bacchanal, this bacchanal. Say my bacchanal, this bacchanal. Say it's not enough for way.
Mysterio. What's Mysterio name, Iowa? That one. You didn't try that one. What's your name, Mysterio? What's your name?
Government name?
Yeah.
Miguel Monrose.
Miguel, well, double M boy, double M like Marshall.
Yeah.
Double M. I want great show, boy. People tell me on the message there, they said they're liking it. Too much pressure for Beats this morning. Beats, the pressure on the carnival start on him there. I want tomorrow 8 o'clock. Artists like crazy inside there, lots of stories to tell, and we want to start some giveaways. You know. I think your fans deserve some really juicy giveaways. Mysterio, we're really proud of you, the progress, and you're coming back. 7 years a break. You know, it has evolved a lot, it has changed, but you're there and ready for the challenge.
Yeah, man.
Final word to your fans?
Just look out for Mysterio's pages, you know, with my handles. I have the Instagram, Mysterio. My pages on Facebook, Mysterio, likewise on TikTok. You know, I try and upgrade the follow time, you know, catch up. Yeah, that's what it is, you know.
You stay out of that and you stick. Thank you, Mysterio. We'll be hearing lots more from you. Of course, good luck in the competition.
Yes,
the next phase. And then we'll be pushing all the music through and all the vibes from the carnival with Iowa here on Vaval Central. Tomorrow, 8 o'clock. The final day of the week already, Iowa? It's done, you know. Right.
Thank you very much, Teddy. Vaval Central and the Caribbean Sound is sponsored by the Carnival Planning Management Committee, the Carnival Music Management Committee, Crimrin Novelties, Live a Little, Harris Paynes, the Champions of Color, the Computer Store, Quartz bringing value home, Grace, Tropical Rhythms, Juices.
We're back! Vaval Central! Music, the happenings, interviews, and all aspects of Carnival. Vaval Central!